Hey everybody, this is Modern Refugee. Having some tea with you guys here this morning. I had somebody comment on one of my videos that said that drinking tea and coffee on a YouTube video is very unprofessional. Here's to unprofessionalism. I had another person ask me what kind of tea I drink, and it's just the red rose tea that Mom always would get. You can just get it at the grocery store. It's still fairly reasonable. I just bought another 100 tea bags here for like $3.85, something like that. So it's still pretty reasonable. Mom would always buy the red rose tea because it had little trinkets and little figurines in it, and then she would collect those. I still got some of them here, somewhere around here, but that's the tea I drink. Nothing too fancy. Sometimes I bought brick tea off of like online and stuff, where you can break little chunks of it off and simmer that and use that too. That's actually really good too. That's actually really good for long-term storage. If you guys have never seen brick tea, check that out sometime. It's a good thing to keep long-term. Last night we took a little bit of a drive, and I hit a few stores just to check things out and pick up a few things because we got a big week ahead coming here. And I was pretty surprised to see a lot of people out. We went pretty late, well after dark. We went and had some supper and stuff, and we went and seen our relation at the care facility. And after we did all that, we decided we were going to go, shore up our pantry. And I was really surprised on how many people were out shopping for groceries and how many holes there were in the stores that we went into. Things were well shopped. Things were, I don't want to say ransacked, but you could tell people were out and about. And that's what we're actually going to do this afternoon after I get done with some of my chores here, and I got a couple other things that I got to do. When I'm done with that, we are going to take another little drive, and we're going to check out another little area of our state and check out the stores and stuff there. Got a big week ahead. I heard they just canceled the outdoor inauguration, which I think is interesting. They said it was because of the weather. I don't know if I necessarily believe that with all the drone activity that's around. In fact, we think we seen a drone last night when we were coming home. Again, this was well after dark. We had an odd light that didn't really belong where it was at. It was sort of stationary, and then it moved, and then it was stationary again for a little bit, and then it moved again. So, and it had the lights and stuff on it. So we were pretty sure that was a drone of some kind, after dark out here in, Podunk, Michigan. So like I said, I'm not quite sure that moving the inauguration inside has anything to do with the weather, as it more has to do with the physical threats that are out there in this day and age anymore. Plus, we have this severe cold snap coming, which is a big concern up here. According to the weather forecast, we got at least, I'd say, 5 to 6 days of really cold weather. The beginning of the week through Wednesday is supposed to be the worst. I don't think it's going to get above the single digits the entire time. I work outside, so I'm going to make sure that I got all my cold weather gear and stuff in my vehicle, just in case I got to do anything major outside. They're not calling for any snow, which is good, so I don't have to do anything like snow removal or anything like that out in this super cold weather, which I'm thankful for. But seen a lot of people this week getting ready for this cold snap. That is one good thing about sort of the advanced weather forecasting that we have nowadays. We have lots of different ways that we can get weather, whether it's on apps on our phones, whether it's on regular TV stations and stuff, which is kind of becoming antiquated now with the internet. Most people I know get their weather off the internet of one variety or another. And then remember always those Baofeng radios that all the preppers talk about, myself included. You can get your local weather frequencies on there. Make sure you have one of those programmed in if you have one of those Baofeng radios, so you can get the up-to-date conditions and any warnings or watches or anything that are in your particular area, especially with this cold. If you have any backup heat sources, make sure you have them up and running. I actually fired up a couple extra heaters here this morning. I got them outside running, making sure everything's good with them. So I got them on standby if anything would happen. You got generators or anything like that, it'd be a good time to fire them up before the hard cold sits in. Small engines do not like cold weather, so you want to make sure that you got that all checked. Make sure everything has run, everything has been warmed up good, at least right now, so you can have that stuff on standby if you need it. We are probably going to start our vehicles a couple different times, let them warm up good, get that heat in the engine blocks. I noticed all my buddies that have diesel, they all have their vehicles all plugged into the warmers to make sure that the diesels run. So if you got anything like that, make sure you got your stuff plugged in. Make sure you got your groceries in your pantry topped off, and then also make sure that you got a backup way to cook or heat. Kind of the same thing. You know, nobody wants to eat cold food when they're already cold, so you want to have something to warm that stuff up, whether it's a Coleman stove, it's a backpack stove, it's the side burner on a grill. The side burner on a grill is one of the main things that I use for a backup cooking source if something would happen, because that's all on propane, just like my generator. So I just wanted to touch base with you guys here this morning, kind of go over those few things over my unprofessional tea. Another thing too is if you need any prescriptions or if you need any medication, make sure that you get that squared away here in the next 48 hours, just in case there would be any power outages because of the extra strain on the grid, because everybody's going to be running heaters 100 miles an hour. Pharmacies in this day and age do not do well with power outages because all the insurance information is electronic. It goes through the internet. People pay with cards. You got to be able to input insurance information and stuff. That's all electronic. It's not the old days where you could go in there with a bottle with your prescription on it and they could just refill it, or you go in there with a paper prescription and they could fill it off that paper prescription. Those days are long gone in the past. So have extra medication if you need it standing by. And then anyway, hunker everything down, close your place up as much as you possibly can. We got all our windows sealed up. We're going to either bake stuff for meals or use a crock pot for meals here in the next 5-6 days. So that just puts extra heat into the house. So we got a warm, cozy little cubby to live in here. But anyway, I want to just touch base with you guys here this morning. This is Modern Refugee. Appreciate all my subscribers out there. Hope you guys get a little information, a little entertainment out of this video as always. And you guys take care out there in this week ahead.